In our notes today, we're going to be reviewing linear equations in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is given to you here. M represents our slope, B represents our y-intercept, and you'll see an example of a positive slope, negative slope, slope of 0, and slope of undefined. Notice that the y-intercept is where each of these lines touches the y-axis. The only one that does not have a y-intercept is our undefined line. So we are first going to find the slope from a graph. We pick 2 points. It doesn't matter which points you pick as long as you pick points that intersect at the boxes. You draw your slope triangle. You find your rise, which is up 1, your run, which is 3, and then you put your rise over run. Our rise is 1, our run is 3, and the slope is positive because the line is going up from left to right. The initial value, or the y-intercept, is at -1. And if you wrote that as a coordinate, it would be 0, -1. Slope from our table we can find by finding the difference between all of the intervals before x and for y. F of x is another way of saying y. From -2 to 0 is up 2, 0 to 2 is up 2, and 2 to 4 is up 2. -5 to 1 is up 6. And finally, we put our rise over our run. Our rise is our y values, and our run is our x values. So we're going to put 6 over 2. This gives us a final slope of 3. The initial value is where x is 0. So we know that our graph crosses the y-intercept, or the y-axis, at 1. Lastly, in a word problem, Mario collects baseball cards. He buys 1 pack each week. Each is an important word. It means slope. He starts with 50 cards. Starts is an important word because it represents the initial value, or what we are starting with. So we know that our slope, in this case, is 1 pack per week. And our initial value is 50 cards.